And we're back. What's up, everybody? I hope you're all having an amazing day. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's video is about the most feared man in America, James O'Keefe, and the bomb he recently dropped on the TIMCAST IRL podcast that has all the big tech CEOs and mainstream media company presidents looking over their shoulders and trying to find out who's listening and watching and recording. All right, this is crazy. I'm going to show you guys a video clip of the bomb that James O'Keefe dropped that must have these people just absolutely paranoid right now, as they should be. First and foremost, if they're running an honest company where they're not lying, cheating, stealing, where they're not trying to hide things, where they're not trying to censor people, where they have some good morals and values into that company, they have nothing to worry about. The companies that are pulling all these BS shenanigans and they're lying to people and they're censoring people and they're gaslighting people. Those are the ones that are getting exposed by James O'Keefe. That's karma. That's on them. I love it. I think James O'Keefe is an absolute boss. So, before I get into it, guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button right down below. I have a goal of hitting 500 subscribers by March 21st. I know that's not a huge number of subscribers. You got some of these channels with thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of subscribers, but we all got to start somewhere. I say it all the time. We all got to start somewhere, and starting from zero and getting to where I'm at now, it's a huge accomplishment, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. So each and every one of you guys that subscribe to my channel, that leave me a thumbs up, that leave me a comment, that keep me motivated to keep doing these videos, thank you. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. You have no idea. Thank you. You guys are why I keep doing these videos, so thank you. So go ahead, subscribe, join us on this journey. Let's jump right into it. So James O'Keefe, just a quick rundown. I'm sure you guys know who he is. If you don't, James O'Keefe is the founder of Project Veritas. Now, Project Veritas is a company that a lot of whistleblowers from all these companies and all these different people, they bring him evidence, videotapes, voice recordings, Zoom calls, phone calls, things like that. These whistleblowers bring it to James O'Keefe, give it to him. Him and his crew, verifies it to make sure it's real, and then puts it out there for the world to see these corrupt companies, these corrupt people doing corrupt and dirty things. That I think right now, James O'Keefe is essential to our society right now. He's, there's nobody out there like this guy. There's nobody out there doing what he's doing right now. And he is making sure that people like you guys, people like me, people like us are seeing what's really going on behind closed doors. Because, honestly, would we really know some of the things that we know if it wasn't for James O'Keefe? And I'm sure there's so much more we don't know that's going on. And trust me, James O'Keefe is going to be unleashing the dragon soon here. He's got... I'll play a clip here that you guys will see what I'm talking about. So, the funny thing about this, James O'Keefe, this is his Twitter page. So, his Project Veritas Twitter page is permanently banned. It's not just suspended for a temporary time. Twitter has permanently banned him on his Project Veritas page. These guys hate James O'Keefe. He is like a black fly that keeps buzzing around and they keep swatting at him and they can't hit him and he will not go away. They hate him, and I'll show you in a second why. So Project Veritas Twitter page officially banned. However, everything that James O'Keefe posts on Project Veritas, he posts on his personal Twitter page. So they banned that. They let him have this page. The funny thing is, notice anything about this page that is way, way off? Notice anything real quick? Me might be too small to see. I'll tell you. James O'Keefe has almost 1 million followers on Twitter, 909,000 followers. He doesn't have a blue check mark. Not verified. They will not verify James O'Keefe and give him a blue check mark. Isn't that crazy? They got people like Don Lemon and little Bri Stelter and all these people from CNN that just blurt misinformation and fake news and propaganda, all verified. But James O'Keefe, they will not give him a blue checkmark verification badge. I'm sure he really doesn't give two flying Fs anyway. So everything he posted on that Twitter account for Project Veritas, he posts on this one. They suspend that one, banned it. I'm pretty sure not too long down the road here, they're going to get rid of this. They'll find a reason to get rid of this page too. Why, you ask? He ran a story a leaked, I think it was a leaked employee Zoom call with Jack Dorsey, Twitter CEO, and Vijaya Gadde was in it. Um, yeah, I think it was a company Zoom call, and it had Jack and Vijaya Gadde, who's not exactly sure what her position is at Twitter, but she's kind of like Jack's right hand woman. She's high up there, and they were talking about how it was the censorship of conservatives on Twitter. It busted. Look, he's got a hashtag expose Twitter. That's so funny. Right on Twitter. You know that has Jack Dorsey so heated, so heated. And he's probably wondering what else James has on him. Anyway, it's not just Jack Dorsey and Twitter. He's got Mark Zuckerberg in a leaked call. Once again, another whistleblower brought a leaked call of Zuckerberg taking the anti-vax stance that violates his own Facebook policies. Violates his own Facebook policies but he gets caught talking about it. Oh my God. Yeah, so these guys don't like James O'Keefe at all. At all. Now, another huge thing that he did with CNN was Jeff Zucker, the president of CNN, they do their daily morning Zoom calls or whatever they are over at CNN. Somebody in CNN leaked like months and months worth of Zoom call. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was Zoom. Leaked months and months and months of Zoom calls with Jeff Zucker talking to his employees when Trump was the president, and it was like, okay, James O'Keefe was like, yep, me and Project Veritas, we're gonna release a new Jeff Zucker Zoom call every day. It was so funny. He had these people furious. So what do? What the only thing they can do? They gotta smear his name. They gotta make it seem like he's a ambush reporter, that his information is all false, that he's all nonsense. Well, you know what? James O'Keefe has never lost a lawsuit. In fact, he's sued back and won a lot of the times. So he gets sued a lot. A lot of these people try to sue him for slander and libel, and he's never been found guilty. Most of the time, what ends up happening is these people have to do a retraction on about smearing James O'Keefe and Project Veritas. So these people need to realize he's legit. He dots his I's and crosses his T's. They're not going to catch him with their pants down. They're not going to catch him with his pants down. They think like Twitter thinks they caught him when they were able to get rid of the Project Veritas Twitter account. There was a videotape where he went up to a higher up at Facebook, and somehow they say he doxed him because you could see the number on the house. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but they're not going to catch James O'Keefe like they think they're going to. The guy's a very smart guy, and he knows what he's doing. He's not doing anything corrupt or crooked. He's literally not trying to screw any good people out. You know, he's not like, well, Mark Zuckerberg, Jack Dorsey, Jeff Zucker, they're all good people. Let me see if I can destroy them. No, he knows they're all crooked. He knows they're all liars. He knows that they're all against conservatives and anyone on the right, and they're trying to silence him and shut him down. So that's why he does what he does. And listen, he also said he doesn't care if it's somebody on the right or Republicans or conservatives that are involved in something shady. He'll do that. He's not biased as to who it is. He said for most of the time, it's just people on the left that are the ones that are crooked. All right. So, and one more thing before I jump into the TIMCAST IRL thing. James O'Keefe isn't back down from anybody. Joe Rogan was talking trash about James O'Keefe on a recent episode. No, it was a few months ago on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. James O'Keefe made a reaction video to that, calling out Joe Rogan and saying, Joe Rogan, put me on your show and let me answer for myself instead of talking this trash about me when I'm not there.
On Snapchat, covered with absentee ballots, a cash transaction. Nope, there has to be some other explanation for that. Let's the default be question what we're seeing when we don't question everything we're reading. And I think the right thing for you to do is to put me on your show to actually talk to you about this, not interview everybody else about our journalism. And I look forward to being on your show to talk about this and much more.
So there you go. James O'Keefe is not afraid to back down from anybody. He's that confident in himself that when Joe Rogan is talking all kinds of trash about him, about how he thinks his journalism's a little shady and this, that, and the third, James O'Keefe is willing to go on the Joe Rogan podcast, the biggest podcast in the world, to explain his point of view and what he's really doing, I get a pretty good idea he's pretty confident that what he's doing is the right thing. All right, so what did he say on TIMCAST IRL? Well, first, I'm going to play for you guys a very important part, a very important clip, something that James says that anybody that tries to go up against him in the court of law, that thinks they're going to be able to sue him and win, that thinks if they try to throw, we're going to sue you, this and that, throw some legal jargon around, that they're going to go after him. He's not really afraid of that, and this is why.
And that Lynn Wood was the attorney for
isn't that
Covington.
crazy?
But it's also the Washington Post that settled. So it's not just CNN.
It's true.
It's a number
but
of news
I
organizations.
think, Tim, you're right. What they fear most, and I've been through 12 of these depositions. I don't know if you guys have been sued. I've been sued so many times. And I've won. Project Veritas has never lost a lawsuit. I always talk about that. We've never lost a lawsuit, never settled a lawsuit. So they fear me. They fear litigation. And the reason they fear it is the reason you said, discovery.
Boom. Very important to know. He just said it, never lost a lawsuit. They fear him, all right? And he talks about discovery. You can go watch that if you want. He talks about discovery. When there's a discovery phase, you have to show them your hand. They have to show your hand. And he said he doesn't care. He'll turn over all his this, that, and the third. He's got nothing to hide. It's these companies that don't want to turn their information over to his lawyers. Or something to that extent. Definitely don't take any legal information from me. I'm a knucklehead that is just running off at the mouth. So anyway, these people got to keep that in mind when they try to go up against James O'Keefe, is that he hasn't lost Project Veritas has not lost a lawsuit. All right. So what did he say that got these people shaking in their boots? Check this out. When he said this, I was like, oh, damn. If these Zuckerberg, Jack Dorsey, Vijay Gadde, I'm not going to say them and some other people's name. You got Jeff Zucker over at CNN. I don't know if he's still there or not. These people that own these big, huge, or even the postal worker, the postal workers, all the postal worker that he had on Project Veritas that was whistleblowing against what the postal workers were doing with the ballots coming in for the election. These people got to know that somebody from Project Veritas, James O'Keefe may have sick the pit bulls on him. Well, that's the thing. James O'Keefe doesn't sick anyone on him. People come to James O'Keefe. They see the corruption. They hear the corruption. They're tired of the corruption. And they say, hey, Project Veritas, hey, James O'Keefe, we got something for you. I think you'll be very interested in this. And he welcomes them with open arms.
I want to leave Twitter. Now, there's someone watching this who does work for Twitter or Google or Facebook. I guarantee it. And we have so many sources and whistleblowers coming to us right now. It's beyond what you can fathom. I mean, we have untold dozens, over 100 whistleblowers right now, recording, watching. I'm talking about the CEOs of these companies.
Whoa. Boom. Wow. You see how he said it? Recording. Watching.
Right now, there's someone watching this who does work for Twitter or Google or Facebook. I guarantee it. And we have so many sources and whistleblowers coming to us right now. It's beyond what you can fathom. I mean, we have untold dozens, over 100 whistleblowers right now, recording, watching. I'm talking about the CEOs of these companies.
Recording. Watching. That's so... Listen, I hope Zuckerberg saw that. I hope Jack Dorsey sees that. I hope Jeff Zucker sees that. I hope all these knuckleheads like Brian Stelter sees that for all his little behind-the-scenes meetings. They got hundreds, he says. Jack Dorsey says dozens. Oh, we got hundreds of people, hundreds of whistleblowers watching, recording. I would bet money that James O'Keefe 2021 is going to be a huge year for Project Veritas and James O'Keefe. I bet he's going to come out with some stuff that's going to blow the doors off people. I think James O'Keefe and Project Veritas is going to be instrumental in changing the direction of the way things are going in this country right now. This country is going down a bad road. This country is turning into a dumpster fire. And I have a feeling James O'Keefe, so motivated, seems like such a good guy. and out to do the right thing. That I think that him and Project Veritas and people that he works with are going to be instrumental in making some big changes here. That's if they don't shut him down. Looks like they're already starting. So you can hope and pray that he'll be around for a while. But anyway, so that was my video, guys. If you like it and you're not subscribed yet, subscribe. We got some more great videos coming. Leave me a thumbs up if you like the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about Project Veritas and James O'Keefe and what these guys do. Anyway, guys, I say it in every video, but it's getting crazy out there. It's just getting worse and worse. So take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be a good person. Help other people out. We're all going to get through this together. Till next time, guys. Peace.